Hey, this is Darin Kidd, and I hope you're having an awesome day and an awesome week. And excited today to bring to you some training that's going to help you either launch or relaunch your business. And I want to share with you my rocket ship formula to help you do that faster. But as you join, whether you're watching this live or on replay, let me know where you're watching from. And as always, I really appreciate you because we're broadcasting on multiple platforms. I'm really loving the StreamYard that I'm using to broadcast this, but it's going to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope. So whatever platform you're watching this, always appreciate you subscribing, liking the page, and then always appreciate you commenting as well and engaging because that lets me know, what you need when you're out there building your business. And so I appreciate that. So thanks for subscribing and let me know where you're watching from. So, hey, Princess in Texas, thanks for joining. And it's great to see that all of us are experiencing a lot better weather now. Okay. Can I get an amen on that one? And then as we're going through the training today, if you have some people on your team, you're like, man, they really need to hear this. Make sure you put them in the comments. But let me start off by sharing a couple things with you when it comes to launching or relaunching your business. So the great thing about, this industry is that you get to, hey, Laura, okay, hey, Janet, Gustavi, am I saying that right? Or Gustav? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm sorry for messing up your names. If you keep showing up, I promise you I will get those names, right? You can even message me and do a voice message, and I'll listen to how you pronounce your name. Hey, Laura. But look, here's the great thing about this industry. No matter where you have been in the past, okay, whether you're brand new, I'm going to show you how to launch your business faster with my rocket ship formula. Or maybe you've been in the business quite some time, and maybe you're a top money earner. The things I'm going to share with you are things that will make an impact in all of your businesses. And there are things that we need to be reminded of on a consistent basis. And I'm going to share with you why that is. So if you're ready, let me know if you're ready in the comments. We're going to go ahead and get started because I want to keep these as brief and to the point as possible. So when people are joining on replay, they're not going through a lot of me talking in the beginning. We can just get right to the good stuff. All right, let's talk about why you want to get someone started the right way. The reason you want to get someone started the right way, I was at a mastermind event many years ago, and it was Eric Worre, and he had several hundred 6- and 7-figure earners, from all over the world in this room. And out of those several hundred people, I remember them sharing these numbers. No matter what company it was, the average was almost the exact same. If you get someone started, right, in the business and they make no money whatsoever, in 6 months, your retention is less than 20%. So what good does it do us to introduce people that are excited about going out there and being a business owner, and yet only 20% are going to be around 6 months from now? Okay, that's tough. But the good news is that if you help them get a win, then which is make $1, just $1, then the good news is that the retention went to over 70%. So not only is that a great reason to help someone get started the right way, but another reason is that when you do the right things, when you introduce someone to your products or your services or your business model, what part of their training is what you did to introduce them. And then what you do with them once they get started with you is what's going to start duplicating throughout your organization. And whatever you do, good or bad, right, duplicates. And for some reason, the bad duplicates faster than the good. How many of you remember the movie? I'm showing my age here, but it was called Multiplicity. Okay, anybody remember that movie? Right? Hey, everybody, thanks for joining. Okay, Multiplicity was a movie. I think it was Michael Keaton that was in it, and he was so busy that he's like, you know what? I'm going to duplicate myself. I'm going to replicate. I'm going to make a copy of me, and it sounded really good. Right. So he made one copy and things were going so well that he made another copy. And then Laura says she saw that movie. All right, good stuff. And so what happened, but it was like how many of you remember the old audio cassettes? Right. Okay. I know none of y'all are that old where you remember that. But you remember when you made a copy of a copy, each time the quality got a little bit less? Well, that's kind of what happened in this movie, Multiplicity. Every time he copied himself, the quality was not quite there. I'm laughing just thinking about some of the scenes, as he kept replicating himself, and then the wife coming home thinking that she had the original copy when she didn't, and it was just some funny stuff. So we want to make sure that we're doing the right things when we get someone started. The other thing that's going to happen is if 80% of your production, where does it come from? Anybody know where it comes from? Brand new people. So what does that tell us? The longer people are in, what they do is we tend to learn more about the products, the ingredients, whether it's a service, you learn, you become an expert on that service. We become experts on the compensation plan. We become personal development gurus and speakers and coaches. And then if we're not careful, because it takes a genius to keep it simple, then what we do is we reinvent the wheel. We not only verbally vomit on our prospects, but what we do is we get someone in and we go, hey, we're just going to add a few things. So what you started out with, maybe a 1-page getting started sheet, the next thing you know, it's 2 pages and 3 pages. And then your team does what you do. And then what they do is go, hey, we're going to just add a few things for our team. We do it a little bit differently. And now you have 10, 20, 30 versions. Next thing you know, you got 3, 4, 5 pages. It takes a genius to keep it simple, right? And as I'm working with different companies and leaders, in the marketplace, I was working with one, and they're like, look, I don't really see how our launch system is that complicated. And I'm like, well, no, it's a great launch system, but let's just act like we're brand new. So we get started and we get an email. Okay, what does this email tell us to do? Watch this video, watch this video, watch this video. Okay, how long are each of those videos? And then in each of those videos, did it give us an action step? Yes, it did. When you go to that action step and you download the getting started documents, how many pages is it? And it was several pages. All right, and then it tells you to join this group. All right, let's go to that group right now. What's in that group? Where do you start? Is there an exact path? All right, now let's look at it. It tells you to go to your back office. Now we go to our back office, and I'm looking at my back office, and I'm like a deer in headlights. And I could hear them all of a sudden, they got quiet, and they're like, whoa, I never thought of it that way. So again, you can launch or relaunch your business at any point, but if you want to build a strong foundation, you want to make sure that you're doing the right things. What I'm going to share with you, I'm going to give you 5 simple tips. They're very simple. It's not the only thing. If your team and your company has a launch system right now that's working, you don't have to change it. But I'm going to give you some things to think about, because the principles should stay the same. Keeping it very simple, right? And then working on these steps. Let's get right into it. And remember, less is more. I remember flying to California. And by the way, smash that heart button if you agree, right? Tag some people in the comments if you're like, hey, look, they need to hear this stuff, right? If you have a group and you're like, man, my team needs to hear this, let them know. It's better to let them know sooner than later. So they're developing the right habits and creating the right systems and the right culture in your organization. So remember, less is more. It takes a genius to keep it simple. Oh, let me finish my story. Several top leaders, we all flew out to California, and this has been years ago, and we spent 2 days in a room right there on Laguna Beach for hours, hashing it out to create a 1-page getting started sheet. And you go, Darin, you couldn't, all these top leaders and no one could figure out what to put. It wasn't, the hard part, it wasn't trying to figure out what to put on it. It was what to leave off of it. So you're trying to get them to baby step. What was that movie? Anybody know the movie where he talks about just take baby steps, right? Anybody know that movie? Let me know, right, in the comments. Today's a movie training. It's fun when you can put those movies. Baby steps, baby steps. It was what about what, okay? Now, number one tip, I'm going to give you 5 tips. And then if I see a lot of engagement, I'll even give you a bonus tip. Number 1, discover your I will until reasons and story. Laura, yes, you're right. You're on it today. Yes. What about Bob? You're exactly right. Discover your I will until reasons and your story. We want to think about, and you've heard me talk about this recently, Larry Thompson, who is a legend in the network marketing industry. He's not a distributor anymore, but he, one of the top earners of all times, and they call it the Thompson rule. And we tend to think that everyone jumps into the business wanting to go make tons of money, retire, buy exotic cars, houses on the beach. They don't. 80% of the people are happy if they make $500 or less when they get started. Then there's 15%, $2,000 to $3,000 a month is their goal. And then less than 5% want to make more than that. They can switch categories. We've talked about that before. Most top money earners, if you would have hit them from the very beginning going, you know what, you could do this, they wouldn't have believed you. They wouldn't have stayed around. But as they go out there and start building their belief and having some little wins and doing the things that I'm talking about, they can see building a little bit bigger business. But you have to discover your I will until reasons and stories. When you join a business, and this may be you looking to relaunch your business, it's an emotional roller coaster. One of the biggest things, one of the things that drives me the craziest when it comes to this profession, which I love so much, is when people tell people that they can get in, do nothing, make a lot of money. That's a lie, right? And we're not helping them because they already know, hey, look, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And on top of that, it's kind of sketchy that they're telling me it's like a lottery. And then you attract those type of people. So we know it is an emotional roller coaster. Anyone that's been in the business long enough, if you hadn't felt like quitting, you hadn't been in the business long enough. And we know that the only thing that helps them grow through those challenges, not just go through them, but grow through them, is having that I will until moment. For me, it was getting to the day of disgust where I was going through my little girl's piggy bank. We said we're going to use for Disney World. She walks in, sees me taking the money. We didn't have food. And I'm going through the change and she runs out crying because I'm taking her money. And I walked out of that room with tears in my eyes going, God, how did I get to this point? I have had it. And I know why I'm building my business. It is crystal clear. It is for my family. They can quit on their family. I will never quit on my family. And I walked into my office and put I will until on the wall. I will until. So what is your motivation? The motive for your actions to launch or relaunch your business. When you're bringing someone new into the business, look through their eyes. We're used to the language of what's your why. A brand new person has no idea what that means. So if I'm talking to you, for example, and I go, hey, Lisa, what is the most important thing to you in your life right now? Like, what are the most important things? And they share, it's my children, it's my grandchildren, it's getting out of debt. I'm just tired of the pressure. It would just feel so good, right? She's like, hold on a second. Let me tell you why, Darin. I want to pay off like one of you, or if it was me back in the day, right? Like, it's because I want to pay off my credit cards. Because at this percentage, right, that I'm paying every month on my credit cards, I've only got to live until I'm 223 years old to pay them off, right? So what are the reasons that you're getting started? What's most important to you in your life right now? Where no matter what happens, as you go through that emotional roller coaster, you're like, no, you know what? I will until. Number two, just another little, and again, these are basic tips, but I'm just getting you thinking the right way. It's not the end all be all. It's not everything. These are just 5 simple tips. And when you implement these simple things and they start replicating and going through your organization and become a part of the culture, what started out as a little 1% thing today compounds into very big things. Whether you're online or offline, we didn't do this in the beginning. And then later on, we changed it and it made a massive difference. Number 2 is do a welcome message or a welcome call with your new reps in your business. And some of you may go, well, why is that powerful? Because when they get in, they're thinking that, look, man, I know some friends and family. They're absolutely going to see what I see. They're going to love it. And they go talk to them and they say some of the craziest things you've ever heard in your life. Anybody ever experienced that? You're like, oh my gosh, you told me you're broke. You can't feed your family. You can't pay your bills. You hate your job. And I throw you the life jacket and you don't even grab it. You won't participate in your own rescue is what you're thinking, even if you were nice enough not to say it. But when they go out and they don't know that's going to happen and people say crazy things, then what it does, it devastates them because their knowledge is low, their excitement is high, and they're still going, man, should I really have done this thing? Right? My negative friends and family say it never works, right? And so if you're doing a welcome message, so doing three-way messenger chats, maybe you're mirror and matching them with people that have something in common with, their background. Maybe it's another single mom or it's another construction worker. Maybe it's a welcome call, and or maybe it's product stories, story sell, facts tell. We know that. Next thing you know, they heard 3 to 5 different people's stories on the products and the business. So when they do hear some negativity, which it's going to happen, they're inoculated. Well, you know what? Some people said no. They warned me this would happen, but I just talked to multiple people that are loving the products, right? They've gotten amazing results. I've just talked to several people that have my background or similar, or, didn't have a really fast start, but look at where they are right now. So I encourage you to maybe consider doing that when you get someone started. It makes a big difference, especially when you have those happening throughout your organization, and makes them feel like it confirms that they made a great decision and they're not by themselves. And when they go through the challenging times, it's just part of the process. Number 3, get them connected. Get them connected. Do you know when I was in a company for 13 years, my sponsor sponsored me, right? Sponsored me. Kate says, had that happen to you, it's crushing. Exactly. Kate, anyone that's been in the business at any period of time, you're going to experience it. Completely normal. It's okay, right? And some of those people will come back later on and go, man, if I would have known what I know now, I should have listened to you in the beginning. Just understand that's vision. Not everybody's going to see what you see. When God gives you a vision, it was to you, not to them. We can't expect everyone to see what we see. And maybe it's not for them at this point in their life. So Kate, I have a friend of mine I went to many years ago, and she loved her job. Life was great. She had no interest at all. And I remember going, Pam, it's okay. No worries. And she's like, I'm just not into those things. Hey, no worries. Do you mind if I keep you updated? Sure. 6 months later, she could not stand her new manager. She went from loving her job, showing up early, wanted to work late, to hating her job. And then she joined, hit a top position in the company. But the number 3 thing that happened to me was number 3, get connected. So let me finish my story is, and Kate, thank you for, commenting. I love seeing your comments, even if it's going back afterwards and being able to read those and getting feedback from each and every one of you. And it helps me know your needs. So as I'm developing trainings, because I'm coming to you every week now with trainings and tips and techniques to help get to where you want to be faster, sooner than later. My sponsor, he sponsored me. Okay. Welcome aboard. I never heard another word, nothing, never spoke to him for 13 years. I built one of the top businesses in that company, right? I was on stage hosting conventions, but I never saw him again, right? He just blessed and released me. He signed me up and let me go. And I'm like, dang it. But if I wasn't connected to the company, if I wasn't connected to the trainings, which at that time was just training calls, I wouldn't have known where to go, what to do. You want a team that is not dependent just on you. What if you get sick? What if you go on vacation for a month to a private island with no internet, no cell phone service? So you want to make sure you get them connected to the life support of your business and your company. You can figure that out. Is it, maybe it's you're connecting them to the upline leadership and support. You're connecting them to the weekly trainings. You're connecting them to maybe your Facebook groups where you have like training groups. Just make sure you connect them. Number 4, set a goal. Help them set a goal. I would recommend a SMART goal, not a big goal. They don't learn to win by losing. They learn to win by winning. All we want to do is help them make progress. So a SMART goal, how many of you know what a SMART goal is? I know some of you have heard that training before. I didn't come up with it, but I've been using it for many years from a mentor of mine. Specific is the S. Very specific. Not, hey, I want to make some money. No, I want to make, whatever amount of money. I want to recruit some people. Well, I mean, that doesn't say a whole lot. I want to recruit one person. I want to get one customer. I want to lose some weight. Well, you lose a half a pound. That's some weight. How much weight do you really want to lose? Be very specific when helping them set a goal. Like, is it a bonus? Is it a rank? Is it a whatever it may be? Maybe it's getting out trials. So specific, measurable. When you do what we just talked about, you can measure those things. Performance measured is performance improved. A is attainable. R is realistic. You don't want to set them up for a goal where they're going to fail every single time. Give them something that is attainable. It's realistic, because people are happy when they're making progress. And in helping these new reps get started in your business, it's about progress, not perfection. Even if you're not new, all of us, it's a daily walk about progress, not perfection. So then the T is a target date. What is the date for their goal? Some of you have like a 7-day or a 14-day window where if they get so many customers, they get free product, they get a bonus, whatever it may be. So that's a SMART goal: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, having a target date. Number 5. Anybody, what's your favorite tip? At the end, I want you to let me know what tip was it that you're like, hey, I'm glad I heard that one. Like, that was my favorite one, or whatever it may be. I love to know what you're getting out of this. Number 5. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to tan. Okay? Tan. And obviously, if you're looking at me, I don't mean go in the sun. Like today, true story. I went in the gym and everyone else had on shorts but me. And they're like, why are you wearing, like, the sun is out? Like it's warming up. I'm like, if I had shorts on today, my skin tone is Casper the Ghost. It's translucent. I'm like, everybody would be working out like this, right? They would be like this, because it would be, you can see the ring light in the glasses, because they would be like, oh my goodness, like, I can't see. What is that? It's a reflection off of Darin's legs. So I don't mean that kind of tan. The T, A, N, take action now. When someone joins, excitement is high, knowledge is low. And if we don't get them a win, what do we talk about? They're going to go to the witness protection program. So you want to make sure you take action now. Don't just tell. I used to do that. Hey, Lisa, this is what you need to do. Lisa, you should do this. Lisa, you should do that. Instead, right, what we're going to do is I would go, hey, Lisa, let me tell you what to do. I'm going to show you what to do. We're going to try it together. And next thing you know, Lisa is doing it with or without me. That's how you start to develop leadership. Develop leaders. Replicate yourself. You want to make sure you take action now, get them a win, no matter how small it is. People would ask me, what's your biggest check ever? Well, I can give you the dollar amount of the month, whatever it was when I made my biggest check, but that's not important. The biggest check, my biggest check, was the same as your biggest check. It was your first one. I don't care if it was $1. That's your belief check. That's why if you get them to make $1 in 6 months, the retention goes from 20% to over 70%. So take action now and help them get a win. And different people have different, strategies and tips, when they get them started. I won't get into that. You can do that with your sport team. And let me give you a bonus tip. Princess, thank you for putting the notes in the comments for me. I appreciate that. And again, hit that like or love button if you're getting some value out of this. And the bonus tip, here we go. I want you to get mad. I want you to get mad. I'm not talking about, you can maybe at the things that you're frustrated with and you're ready to do something about, but mad is M-A-D. Make a decision. Make a decision today, wherever you are, launching or relaunching your business. Like, look, I am going to commit to the process. These things are very simple that we went over today. And what's simple to do, what's easy to do is easy not to do. So make a decision. You're going to draw a line in the sand. You're going to continue to do these things and be persistent and consistent. and remain positive. Keep that positive attitude. If you do these things, but you have a bad attitude, it's not going to work. A mentor of mine said, Darin, it's not the how-tos, it's how you do the how-tos. So you've gotten those tips. That's my rocket ship formula to launching your business faster. Make sure, again, to let people know in your organization, tag them in the comments, share it in your group. I just want to get the word out, to help you. I love seeing the stories. I've had some of you that are tagging me on social media, with some of your aha moments, or maybe you're just watching some of these trainings, in your stories and things like that. I love it. That motivates me because I know that you are getting something, and then we're only beginning. Right? We're just getting started. So I want you to have an awesome rest of your day. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. And I was going to say same time, but it won't be the same time, but it will be the same places. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.